Sorry about that. Somebody called. That's the first time that's happened. I got a phone call and it temporarily shut down the stream. Sorry about that. Hopefully no one else calls, and I'll see about taking care of that next time. Maybe there's a no call mode on this phone. I don't know. I'll check that out. We've got Kaylin saying get a monopod. Yeah, I've actually gotten a lot of different kinds of feedback about how I can improve the stream, and I'm open to all of it. We have an announcement, 2 minutes. We have a police officer with a megaphone saying 2 minutes until there's further action after the request for people to disperse. So I think that pretty soon we're going to be hearing the familiar sound of batons bashing riot shields and boots stomping on the ground. Getting a lot of, apparently I need a bigger badge. Yeah, we'll see about that. I should say, I'm looking at the history of the chat right now, and I do see that people are leaving messages that I wasn't seeing before. So if you were chatting and I wasn't responding to your messages, I do apologize. Maybe they just weren't refreshing. But now that I've restarted the stream, I am seeing a lot more of the feedback. Yeah, so people saying film as much of the police at the intersection here when they start interacting. So we will do so. We got a couple of more Concordia journalism students here. Hey guys, you're live on the internet. How's it going?
Hey, you got tear gas today.
You got tear gas today? Where?
Down the road.
Down the road? What are your names? Let's do some plugs here.
Chris.
Alana.
And you're all here covering the protests?
Yeah.
Right on. We got somebody asking here. We got people saying 99 guys badge says media, mine says press. Sank. People counting down. We got some police laughing a little bit. They are chuckling a little bit at the fact that people are, yep. Oh, we got an early start. Flag thrown. We got people on the ground that are resisting the police action here. We've got barricades being moved. We've got people being pushed and shoved. Yeah, we did have some people that were contained quite quickly. Try to get a better view for you. Yeah, this is the main group of police officers that are moving right now. I'll keep the phone up. We've got one person over here that was seems to be taken into custody here. Another. For anybody who might potentially be worried about me, don't. I'm in a pretty good position right now. Nobody, no police movement behind me or to the side, so it's all concentrated in front of me. And DJ09 saying zoom in if you can. I can't. Not with this phone and not with this application, but I'll move in as close as I can without being crazy. We've got a police officer directing some of his colleagues. He's possibly a superior, saying getting closer, contain these people. Yeah, somebody's saying to keep the camera on the arrests. I would do that, but the action is here. But I am also looking to the side, and the person that was taken away, he's being zip tied right now. He's just on the ground, so nothing serious right now. Reports on the chat here that people that there were projectiles thrown at the police. I didn't see that. I didn't see any projectiles. I can't confirm or deny. So we are being asked to move back a little bit. So we will. just got on here. What's going on? People protesting about. So today is a very large anti-austerity march. And there are a lot of different student associations and departments in Montreal that are on strike. So it's basically protesting austerity measures being undertaken by the liberal government in Quebec. So we do have police closing in a little bit. We do have a lot of media here, though. CTV is here, so I feel safe. Yeah, we are being circled. So I'm going to move towards the park, and that's where the police presence is a little bit lighter. I'm going to try to get in on the side over here. Nope, that's not going to happen. Yeah, we are sort of being funneled into this direction. Yeah, surrounded mostly. There is an exit. I mean, if I wanted, I could go down here. So I'm not completely boxed in, but I might very well be quite soon. It looks like I may be skipping class again. We'll see. Move up here a little bit. So the police are saying that they're preparing to reopen the streets, and they're asking people to simply stay in the park. Are we doing on time here? 5:18. I'm gonna get to that class. Oh, you'll see. I can wear both hats. I can be intrepid journalist / responsible student, kind of. Yeah, so right now, police are not moving in that much more. They are holding the line down Maisonneuve, and there are groups that are circled on the intersection of Barrie and Maisonneuve. People saying that there's a police kettle in progress. I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's a kettle at this point. There are large groups of people. We are surrounded mostly. There are some exit points. If people want to leave, they do have that option, as far as I can tell. But you get the sense that people don't want to necessarily disperse, that they want to remain here. So that might provoke police to move in a bit closer, and it might very well turn into a kettle. We do have police movement here. We've got some protest selfies being taken. Never a bad time for a selfie. I'll finish my Powerade. I'm going to throw it away. Littering isn't cool, kids. Yeah, there is going to be some kind of protest tonight. I'm not going to be there. A little, I think 4 hours is enough for me tonight. But yeah, Kalina. Apparently, somebody's reporting that Kalina is saying on Twitter that they're making arrests. Yeah, I did see a couple of arrests on the intersection.
Nice photos of some of the arrests.
Yeah, so the Link newspaper's got you covered. Alex Bailey's got some photographs of the arrests that took place when the police moved in.
I very much hope that if anything's going to happen, it's to this music.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It would be fairly hilarious.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind some jazz, to be honest.
That'd be okay.
Yeah.
That'd be soothing.
Yep. We do have some jovial French-Canadian music being played on the loudspeakers. I'm French-speaking, but I don't listen to French music. Something about it just, I don't know, it's weird. So we've got some protesters funning around a little bit with the riot police, and we do have a little bit of a chuckle. You have to remember in situations like this that we're all human. These police officers are all human. These protesters are all human. The jury's still out on me, but I'm working on it. Oh, we got a request for me to switch into French. Aucun problème. Alors, bonjour tout le monde. Mon nom est Mathieu Damour. Mon papa vient de Rimouski. Je viens de Montréal. J'ai appris à parler en anglais et en français en même temps. Maman me parlait en anglais, papa en français. Alors, je suis assez fier qu'il n'y ait pas d'accent sur mon français. And there's no accent on my English. Makes me sneaky. You never know what I'm going to get up to. We've got some bystanders on bikes being directed to get out of this position down that way, so I can confirm that, yeah, it's not a kettle. People are allowed to leave. Let me get a closer look at what's happening in the square right now. There are musicians playing live, and does seem to be a little bit of a party. So yeah, that's the situation right now. Is that you've got a group of people that are holding the line here, trying to make a stand, I think, and there's the party over here. So that's the situation. I'm going to try to get a little bit closer to the intersection of Barrie and St. Catherine, because there does seem to be some police movement in that direction. So let's have a look at what's happening over there. 8243. That's quite a response to my French. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, we do have a line of police officers in riot gear lining Barrie towards the intersection of St. Catherine. Again, try to get the shots close, but not too close. Yeah, I think that the police are placated at this point. Jeez, there's a lot of them. There are a lot of riot police here. We do have something being thrown. It was a snowball. Nothing too serious. Yeah, so I think the police have sort of decided to hold this line because their intention was to get people in the square, which they have done. So perhaps there's no more need for them to move in. That guy doesn't seem happy. I don't want to get peppered. I'm not going to admit it. I really don't. I'm going to miss my 6 p.m. class for sure. Yeah. Seeming like it. Anybody know how many cops there are in total? At least 5, yeah. I'd say well over 100. I think that's an easy estimate to make. Perhaps, hey, maybe as many as 200 or 300. There are quite a few. I'd say the safest estimate I can make is about 100. And again, they're not just here. They are lined across Barrie and on Maisonneuve around Place-Saint-Gamelin.
Les humains enfermés dans les armures, libérez les humains enfermés dans les armures, libérez les humains enfermés dans les armures.
Am I kettled at this point? No. This isn't what a kettle looks like. A kettle is much more contained. They usually move in on smaller groups that they want to eventually disperse or hand out tickets to. On this larger scale, for a location like Place-Saint-Gamelin, it's usually just containment. They're just containing people. Not a kettle yet.
On écoute les gens de Montréal.
People saying that the next step is for me to get pepper sprayed. We'll see. Hasn't happened yet. $5:26. Class is at 6, guys. What do you think? Am I gonna make it? It's about if I get on the metro, 15 minutes. We'll see. We do have some movement. We've got more police mobilizing. I do hear some sirens in the background. I'm going to get on the intersection of Barrie. Oh, why are the people wearing, police wearing those stickers from Melody 222? So basically, the police have been protesting some budget cuts and the Liberal government's austerity measures. There have been laws enacted that would impact their pension fund. So they have been having stickers on their gear, their uniforms, their police vehicles, which, given their actions recently, it makes it all the more ironic that we see this kind of police response to students protesting. So the police are asking people to move. So they're basically just saying to people, look, if you're out here, choose a direction. This is similar to the reaction that we had on Monday, where they very quietly and slowly funneled people into the metro system. Not being forceful, they are giving people a choice, go this way, go that way, so that's all right. But we do still have a blockade over here. Yeah, so they seem to be trying to funnel. They've reopened St. Catherine so that bystanders and cars can get through. And they are saying to people, look, if you want to get into the metro, go ahead. They were blockading it, but now they are not. That's interesting. So this person over here was trying to get in the metro, but he's. People saying it's over, maybe to go to class. I'm not convinced of that yet. We do still have a blockade here. They're not letting people on the street on Barrie. But again, there's still a large number of people in the square. So let me just. Yeah, I did think that might, at least my involvement here, might be coming to an end when the riot police asked me to move towards the metro. I thought I was going to get funneled in, but no, they're not being that forceful. We do have some police that have entered the SMD Gamenei. Melly B, so the police probably support these protests. I mean, they've been very, very, very vocal about being unhappy with these austerity measures. There was actually an incident some months ago where police officers stormed City Hall, and they did for, I believe it was a month, they stopped handing out parking tickets in protest, so that the city took a hit financially, and they were sort of lightly reprimanded for their actions. But yes, I think it would be fair to say that in spirit the police are in alignment with the cause, but they still have a job to do and they still have their directives, so here we are. Yeah, I think that they're going to continue employing that tactic of simply moving people into the square. Again, this is a larger crowd than we had at the end of the march on Monday night. It's okay. And at that point, they were slowly moving in to try and funnel people towards the metro. They've started doing that to a certain extent, but you've got way more people here now, so it might take a little bit more time for them to apply that tactic. We got some people running, so I think maybe, yeah, we've got more of a police response. Let me get in a little bit closer and see what's happening here. Maybe, again, I can't say what provoked that response by protesters who started running. And we do have police moving in on all sides here. Batons are out. I did hear that familiar click of the nightsticks being extended. Yeah, about 1 or 2 arrests. Yeah, that I saw 2 personally at the intersection before. There was one earlier at the outset of the gathering at Square Victoria, but so far nothing else than that. Apparently, we've got some enthusiasm for my French speaking. Ouais. Alors maintenant, on voit d'autres polices qui commencent à rentrer dans Place Émilie-Gamelin. Le monde continue à marcher. Il n'y a pas vraiment d'action. C'est calme. Let me get a little bit closer and see. We do have some confrontations here between protesters and riot police. A little bit of pushing and shoving. We do have an officer there with a tear gas weapon. Let me get a little bit closer. Yeah, so they seem to be moving in a little bit more on that end from Barrie into the center of the square. Again, they seem to just want everybody in the same place. Can I just go to class a little late? Yeah. Something important, of course. It's all important. Education is the key. They do seem to be circling around a small group of people. Usually when they circle around a small group of people like that, I should point out that it's because people were refusing to move. They don't sort of proactively try to surround people. If people end up getting surrounded because of the police movement, then you know that's a reality. But yeah, they don't necessarily look to surround people necessarily.
Ça, des chums. Les autres qui choquent. Circuler, pas les métros, pas la maison. C'est fini.
So we've got an argument going on right now between riot police and some of the protesters. The lady just now was making the argument that it's a public park, that there's an event going on, so calls from the police to go home or to go into the metro are perhaps ill-advised. Police weren't having it. And we have protesters now badgering and screaming at some of the riot police. Isn't kettling an illegal police tactic? Debate for the ages. Oh yeah, we have hippies in Quebec, sure. Yeah. Certainly. Well, there's weed here, so... I did see a protester spitting on one of the riot police, and it seems to be from that group that was arguing before. So it seems like there might be a confrontation starting.
Circulez, circulez! Circulez, s'il vous plaît!
Riot police continuing to tell people to disperse. Yeah, we've got protesters that are getting closer and closer, and that's probably going to elicit a response, because they don't like when you get too close to them when they're telling you to move off, especially if you're doing it from behind. This seems to be sort of an odd standoff, because these are the two main riot police officers that are moving. They don't really seem to have a predestined path. They're just sort of milling about, sort of just putting their hands on people saying, get out of here, get out of here. But, yeah. Yeah, we got somebody saying here that it's that kettling is a questionable tactic, but not technically illegal. Yeah, we've got someone here saying a small group that causes a bigger problem. I mean, that's not necessarily an unreasonable assessment. The demonstration so far has been quite peaceful, but you do see groups of a couple of people that try to egg the police on and maybe provoke a response from them. And this is quite. This is quite typical of a police mobilization in Place Émilie Gamelin. I also saw that in 2012, people were hanging out in the park, and you did see riot police making a position over here. Right now, we seem to be mostly at a standstill. This seems to be the line right here. Yeah, we've got a slight confrontation here between riot police. Calls here to repeat where we are. This is Montreal downtown. We're at Place Émilie Gamelin, which is the meeting point for a lot of the protests over the last couple of years. Right now, it's mainly about anti-austerity measures. People are unhappy about what the Liberal government is doing economically. The idea is that they're squeezing the poor and the middle class to try and make up for budget deficits by cutting social programs. So there was a march, very, very large demonstration today with tens of thousands of people through the downtown core. And that group did splinter off into a smaller march that reassembled here about an hour ago. And right now we're just seeing the police sort of contain the protesters a little bit more. I would say that it's very probable that the people who are still here and still engaging and speaking to the police and chanting are maybe the more, I guess you could say, the more hardcore protesters who are very passionate about their agenda. But they're just slowly being pushed and directed towards the metro entrance. Police asking if they can kick people out of a public park. Yeah, absolutely. If they ask people to get out, they have every right to do so. And the square is Place Émilie Gamelin. It's a French name, but it's near Berry, B-E-R-R-I metro in Montreal. And we've got, by eye count, I'd say we've got maybe 200. Maybe 300 police officers, both in riot gear and invisibility jackets. Yeah, I've got some. I've got some comments here that I'm objective in my comments. I do my best. Again, I'm not necessarily here as an activist with an agenda. I'm really here as a journalist first and foremost. So that might piss some people off who are either on the side of the police or the protesters here, but I ain't on nobody's side. I'm on your side. I'm on the side of the truth. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be that many protesters left. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think I'm going to call it a day. With this kind of police presence, and they are being slowly shuffled out, I think that the party's over. Some people might try to stay, and there might be a few more arrests, but I hope you enjoyed the stream. I do have some other responsibilities today. My Twitter handle is in the stream event title, @Nadamour. MATTDAMOURS. Also follow at Link Newspaper and check out the linknewspaper.ca. It was a joy and a privilege to stream this for you guys today, but I think I'm going to call it a day. Keep an eye on this Ustream channel. I will be streaming some more stuff in the future. I'll be creating events, and I'll be announcing that stuff on Facebook and Twitter. So follow me on Twitter, follow me on Ustream, and have a nice evening, everyone.